Okay, so welcome to the weekly Chaos community meeting. We are all of our Chaos meetings are under the Chaos Code of Conduct, so keep that in mind and please be kind to each other. We have a few things on the agenda, but there's actually loads of room. So if you have other things that you want to talk about, please go ahead and add them further down on the agenda, and we should have plenty of time to talk about a few other things. Okay, so we've had a bunch of recent Chaos Cast episodes. I don't know, Harmony, do you wanna talk about these? I think we have Harmony, but he's on mute.
Yes, yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Hi.
can hear.
No, Ken.
Yeah, so we had a podcast that just got released on Thursday this week, or last week rather. It's about moment shared across four selected conference here in Lagos, Nigeria. We have Oscar Fest, Chaos Con, and KCD Nigeria. So podcast is already out. We had was like an amazing conversation. Now we have much more exciting podcasts coming up in Chaos Fest. So please do also listen, share, drop a comment. And you're not just going to get moments shared in the podcast alone, but also experiences from people that came from outside the country, in Nigeria, and how they also enjoyed their stay in Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Harmony. Any questions about the podcast? Okay. ChaosCon Africa. It looks like we have a highlight video. I don't know, who wants to talk about?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, go for it. Oops, that
Oh.
link didn't work.
Oh, let me update the link. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
That's weird. Let me just, why is it? Oh yeah, I made a mistake. So I will copy the link. Where's the meeting notes?
Oh, here, I'll drop those in the chat so people have them. I forgot to do that. Elizabeth has internet issues and the whole meeting falls apart. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just updated it.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. Do you want me to try to play that video? I don't know how well we can
Yeah.
play over Zoom, but I can
I
try.
love the spot.
It usually kind of works.
Okay, I'm gonna
think.
try it.
Welcome to CHAOSS Africa 2025. CHAOSS is an acronym for Community Health Analysis in Open Source. CHAOSS Africa is a chapter that is under the CHAOSS project, and we started in 2022. The CHAOSS community was the very first community I joined when I started contributing to open source. And the badging project was also the first project I contributed to in CHAOSS.
What I've seen is that people thrive more when they fail on the job. And that's the great thing about it. You can fail without having minimal impact on the overall goal. It is the fastest way to accelerate whatever you're doing.
You also need to understand that your determination to contribute would help you do better, because nobody would believe that joining open source in January and I'm here speaking to you.
When you're doing everything that you need to do, from your designs, from your code, from your Figma files, are you conscious of the fact that there are people with disability in the world?
Most of the sources or resources are built for us, that's persons with disabilities, but not with us.
Learn to put yourself in places that challenge you to do more, to do better.
The CHAOSS Africa chapter is so special, and I'm so happy that I get to lead this community. I'm so happy that people get to show up. Thank you so much for coming from far and near. We had lots of people from different states in Nigeria, from different countries in Africa, and also from different countries in Europe, and also from the US. So thank you so much for making it here.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
That's That was fantastic. Thank you so much for putting that together. I'm going to share it everywhere.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, so we have also pictures from the event. We're currently uploading like the talks on YouTube, the recorded talks from the sessions that happened on YouTube. So once it's out, I'll share that on the general channel. Then another conversation I wanted to bring up is we've been thinking about creating badges for like to recognize the organizing committee. So something similar to what like the Linux Foundation does when like, for speakers, for, even the program committee as well. So, and Credly is actually expensive. So we looked out for, I think Mary Blessing found this certify.io application that is free, at least free for the first, I think, 100 and 250 users like you send badges to. So I did set up, let me try to share what it looks like. I did set up like an account for CHAOSS, mostly CHAOSS Africa, using my email. I'm having really bad internet, so it's not actually loading. But one of the things that the conversations I wanted to bring up was using, so with certify.io, same with Credly, you could also share the badge on LinkedIn, right? Like you could share the badge on LinkedIn and let people know you were part of this event, and an achievement, things like that. So, but then we need to use like CHAOSS organization. If we use CHAOSS, it picks up like the CHAOSS project account on LinkedIn. So before doing that, I wanted to like ask folks here if that's okay. I could share the link to the badge, like how the badge looks like on the general channel maybe later, because like my internet is just, oh, maybe their site is actually down.
It is. It's not working for me either.
So funny.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, is this the right site? But maybe it is and
Yeah,
they're
well,
down.
let me see if it's the right one because that would be so funny. They're trying to cut cost and then the site is now down. Okay, let me try to see if that's the correct link. But yeah, like the big question was, oh, I think maybe I sent the wrong link. I think I spelled it wrongly. That's my fault. Let me share this the chat. I think I sent the wrong link or I spelled it wrongly. So this is it.
Certifier. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, certifier.io. Yeah, sorry.
Sweet. No worries. I was just a little concerned.
Well,
It's like,
apparently
oh,
certified.io is available for 85 grand.
that's all.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So maybe let me share. I think I can share my screen now to just show you what it looks like.
Should be able to share.
Yeah, let me see. Okay. Oh, I have so many tabs. Okay, so yeah, like this is what it looks like. And then I created like a group. And this is what the badge design looks like. So once like we have a list of people that were part of the planning committee for CHAOSScon Africa. So once I load up like their, I can send this badge to them via email, and then they can add it to like their LinkedIn, their profile. They can, talk about it, add it anywhere, CV, anything they want to do with it. But if we're using if someone is adding it to LinkedIn, usually, initially I put the organizer as CHAOSS Africa. So when it shares to LinkedIn, it says CHAOSS Africa, but CHAOSS Africa doesn't have like an account on LinkedIn, and we just have CHAOSS. So I think using CHAOSS might be more authentic to say that it comes from CHAOSS, but since the general group wasn't aware of this batch design, I wanted to bring it up here and discuss it in case like any like reservations or like anything if it's okay to do this, especially with like Linux Foundation, having something like that. If maybe they can give us credit access, that would be great. So yes, we'll add the highlight video to YouTube as well. It will be on YouTube too.
Sweet.
So Ruth, was your question mostly just about like linking to the CHAOSS LinkedIn? I mean, that looks great,
Yes.
the badge.
Yes, exactly. That was my question. Just using the CHAOSS LinkedIn.
I mean, it seems reasonable to me if it's going to point somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there,
Yeah.
where else would you point it?
So if we CHAOSS Africa, but then on LinkedIn, it doesn't really show anything. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
okay, and then we can also adopt this for other CHAOSS cons as well. That's also like something we can adopt the design.
I swear we had talked about badges a long time ago. Elizabeth, you may remember that conversation. I also could be making it up.
I don't know if you all can hear me, but
Yes.
yes, I remember those conversations. I think it was with Matt Cantu,
Okay.
but that was years ago. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
probably time to revisit something else.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's good to revisit it because like just while doing this process, again, like the platform is not open source. They just made it free for like some capacity of badges that you want to send. I see a lot of this fitting into the badging because like a lot of, part of our badging system is like recognizing contributors. So like I see it fitting in there. So maybe something conversation we can actually revisit. Yeah, this is cool.
I think it's a great idea. And years ago, one of our CHAOSScon keynote speakers, Yana Gallus, she's from UCLA. Her keynote was about the importance of badges like this and encouraging participation and recognizing the work of people. So I think it fits real well with a former keynote we had. It was probably like 100 years ago, but it seems like a long time. I think it was pre-COVID. So anyway, I think it's a really great idea.
I do too. I think the badges help everyone in the end, right? It raises awareness about the event, the group that we're in, and what people are doing with it. So it's great.
Awesome. Anything else about CHAOSScon Africa and or the badges? Callie, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, this is outside the badges. I was just kind of curious to hear more about the like deaf community around CHAOSScon Africa. I saw the translators. I was curious just to hear like what type of or sign language and yeah, the involvement of the deaf community.
Okay, I can answer some part of the question. So for we have this within the CHAOSS Africa group, we have this focus group that is focused on like disability and inclusion. And one of our community members leads that group. And over time, we've collaborated with a couple of communities here in Lagos that attend to people living with disability. So we partner with some local organizations here in Lagos, and also another organization we partnered with is Accessibility Nigeria. So they helped us with inviting some communities, people that we've worked with in the past, to the event where we gave them free tickets and like provided transportation for them to like attend the event. And then also they provided like the sign language person as well, since we had people living with disability that were going to attend. So they were the ones that covered for the cost. We partnered with them and like they covered for the cost for the sign language interpreter. We had 2 of them that were alternating during the talks, although we got some feedback in terms of like I don't think we're very prepared in terms of like captions for some particular recorded sessions. We didn't have that, so we got like feedback on how to like improve for the next year. But for the sign language type, I'm not sure because I can't respond to that, but I can get you that feedback later once I confirm that. But it was mostly like partnership with local and like existing communities in Nigeria to bring in more representation, and some of them actually even joined the Slack group as well, so that was great.
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear more, and just there's different sign languages that are used throughout the world, so I'd be curious to know which one this is. It would impact just kind of other things. I was involved in semi-fluent, I don't know if that's the right way of putting it, but did a lot of deaf studies in college and no ASL, and would be curious. I'm excited to see deaf community being involved on the CHAOSS Africa side, and curious to see if we can expand that more. So if it's the same sign language being used, it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, sure. I'll get you that feedback maybe today or by tomorrow.
Yeah, no rush.
Yeah, one of the things within the CNCF has a deaf and hard of hearing working group. And one of the things that they've been doing, so they have been getting sign language interpreters at conferences, and I think at the CNCF conferences, it kind of depends on who requests it. So a lot of people come from the US, and so they want ASL. But I think they've also had other interpreters for, like you said, there are a whole bunch of different sign languages there.
Yeah.
But one of the things that's really interesting that this group is doing is they've been working on sort of a cloud native vocabulary for sign, because if every time you need to spell out cloud native or Kubernetes or all of
Yep.
these project names, so they're actually working on like a dictionary for basically creating the signs for some of these common words to make it easier, at least within the cloud native community, which I thought was kind of
That is
Is
pretty cool.
Gallaudet involved at all? Like,
Is
the
what?
universe. Gallaudet. So there's the Deaf
Oh,
University in the US.
so that whole thing started, Catherine Paganini was talking to someone from that university, and better understanding the problem that that deaf and hard of hearing people have within the technology communities, and that was kind of what started the whole thing. So
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that there are probably still some people from that university involved. I'm not 100% sure, but I can point you to some of the resources in the Slack channel in the CNCF group, and Burgess is super familiar with it too because we were co-chairs, and it was under the tag that we were co-chairing at the time.
Oh yeah, that I might talk to him about it. It's more curiosity than anything, and opportunity to maybe connect it with some of the other people that I know within that, like just professors and stuff that are within the deaf community.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool because like I know one of the fears that I had is so the sign language interpreters, they're not in tech, so I was wondering how they could like interpret the really technical terms, and like if what they're trying to pass along is the right, the right word, right, or the like right phrase. So like that was something that I was really, really curious about. So Don, if you have like maybe when you have that, you could also share with us as well.
Yeah, here, I'll send the link to the website, which should have links to the other bits that they're working on. Hopefully. Cool. All right, anything else on CHAOSS Africa? Okay, data science working group updates. Sorry, now my internet is not great. I don't know if anybody can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
You're frozen, but we hear you.
And now you're gone.
Yes.
Okay, so my
You're back.
about to give an update. I'm back. So for the data science working group updates, we are looking for help with the foundation stats project. This is something that Sal and Ernest are working on, and they have some tasks for people of all different levels that they need some help with. So if you're interested in working on one of the data science working group projects, reach out in the Slack channel. The other thing I would mention, we are currently working on a number of practitioner guides. So those are also things that people can work on. So I know actually, Matt, we're gonna ask you or Claire or someone to come into one of the data science working group meetings and give us like a 5-minute update on the research software impact
Sure.
guide that you all have been working on within the university working.
No problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. We have that in the research software one too, so. Excellent.
Are you working on 2 different guides?
Not a guide, no, but
Oh, okay.
the actual problem of research software. So no, there's no guide effort, so.
Okay, yeah, so University Working Groups made quite a bit of progress on one of the guides, so.
Excellent.
Okay, that was all I had on the data science working group updates. I don't know.
Okay. I have a little update on the university stuff. So we're still planning on doing, how Claire had run that additional half-day session in conjunction with CHAOSS.
Yeah,
So we're
and
still
Belgium.
planning on doing that again, like the afternoon session.
Yeah.
And we're just thinking about what that could be this time around. So we're just early in those planning stages. We still don't know FOSDEM dates, do we? I know that we can kind of guess, but we don't know them for sure.
No, they're not
Yeah.
certain. I think
No, what they have said is that they believe that it'll be the January 31st and February 1st, but they haven't signed a contract with the university yet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
until then. Okay, that was it. And then, like, as you pointed out, we're working on that guide still, but we had a light group this last time. So that's it from the university side.
Cool. Any questions? Okay, Damien, do you want to do the package metadata working group? I assume you added this to the agenda.
Yeah. So last week we had our first meeting. We have 9 attendees, which I think is great for the first one. We discussed mostly procedures, how we are going to allow PRs, approving them, all the mechanics of how the working group is going to work. We got some action items. We started looking into an attribute before this meeting, and we are going to keep that one as the first one. We are looking into license attribution. We hope to have something to review next week.
Any questions for Damien? My internet dropped out, so I missed the end of it, but that's all right. Okay, so we have reached the end of our agenda items. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to talk about? We have a few minutes. Okay, so we got a couple of reminders. I mentioned this in the last meeting. There's a Digital Resilience Forum in Madrid on October 29th. Also, now is the time to start thinking about events for. So now is the time to start thinking about events for next year. Because FOSS Backstage is in March, the CFP closes October 27th, which is not that far away. So, so start thinking about what kind of talks you want to do next year. FOSS Backstage is a.
What?
I'm gonna go reboot my internet after this.
You have not dropped off on my end.
No, me either.
Oh, so my internet drops and I can't see anyone. So then I stop talking and wait to see.
We see your exasperated expression.
I hear your heavy sighs.
He's in a position that compliments you. I will say that. It's none of us do. You're not alone.
I do appreciate your desire to speak once.
I feel your pain today, Dawn. I feel it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go reboot everything as soon as I get off this call. But so all right, so that's the end of our agenda. Unless anybody else has anything that you would like to say. If not, we're just gonna give you 20 minutes back.
Oh, all good. Thanks for leading, Don.
Awesome.
Thank you, Don. Value.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Have a good
Don.
one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.